Well, welcome back to the training center, my friends. Welcome here to our SRkids Training Center. I am so glad that you are here. Now, if this is your first time here, well, my name is Christopher. And if you've been here a whole bunch of times, my name is still Christopher, but I am so glad that you are here to join us, maybe for the first time or a whole bunch of times. Here in the SRkids Training Center, we are learning how to train our hearts and our minds to be a ninja. Now, when you think of a ninja, you might think of exactly that, about chops and punches and kicks and all of that. And that's true. People who are trained in martial arts do learn how to do all of those things, but we also learn how to train our hearts and our minds. In fact, I have to follow a really important rule, and that is I actually am not allowed to teach you how to punch or kick or fight, because I'm not supposed to fight anybody if I can avoid it. I am always supposed to make sure that I don't do anything to hurt other people. And if I teach you how to kick and punch and fight without also you agreeing to that same rule, that you're not going to hurt anybody, well, then the things that I teach you, you might hurt yourself with, or you might hurt somebody else with, and none of us want that. So I'm not going to teach you about punching or kicking or anything like that. What I am going to teach you is about some of the things that we learn for our hearts and our minds. In the martial art I practice, in the ninja training that I take, Taekwondo, we have tenets, principles about what we're supposed to be like. And the tenet that I want to teach you about today is perseverance. Perseverance is a big and fancy word, but it means is sometimes you're going to be doing something and it is going to be hard. And you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be mad. You're going to be sad. It's going to be like you're going to feel like you just can't do it and you want to give up. Perseverance is taking those feelings, acknowledging them, and then keep going. So maybe you have been sitting in class, the teacher is teaching you something new, and it's just like, I have no idea what they're saying. It makes no sense. Maybe you're doing homework at home and you're so frustrated because you can't get your math to go right, or you're trying to read and you know some of the words but not other words. Maybe you have a spelling test. I am a terrible speller, or I should say I was a terrible speller. I still spell words wrong, but I am learning, and I'm still learning now, to try to be a better speller. I don't want to give up on that. But like I said, I know you felt frustrated and mad and you just wanted to quit. But perseverance says we keep working on it. Now, maybe you take a break, you walk away for a minute, you do something to kind of relax for a second, and you go back to it and work on it some more. That's okay. But we don't want to give up. Think about all the cool things that were hard that you can do now, but if you had quit right away, you wouldn't be able to do them, like maybe riding your bike or rollerblades. Maybe you're part of a sports team that some of it was tricky when you first started it. Or think about all of the things you can do. Maybe you're learning to read, or maybe you're reading whole big novels now. But maybe it was tricky when you first started. Think about all those cool things that you now know that you wouldn't know if you didn't persevere, if you didn't keep going even though it was hard. So That's the big important principle that I want to talk about today. Now, we're going to go hear some songs, some cool ninja tricks, and you're going to learn a story. This story is a story that Jesus told, and it is a really important story. It's one that actually teaches us about how we're supposed to interact with each other. It's a story about the Good Samaritan. So after you do all the music, the ninja tricks, and the stories, you're gonna come back here to the training center, and we're gonna talk and wrap it up for a second. I hope you have an awesome time with my other ninja friends. I will see you back here in a little while.
Change what I do, a brand new attitude. It's time to fight, I won't be fooled. Here in my life, it's all for you. A brand new attitude. Not giving up, not going down. I'm gonna fight, 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 to do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, 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 with all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, fight, fight. He lives in me, he lives in you. It's time to change what we do. A brand new attitude. It's time to fight, I won't be fooled. Here in my life, it's all for you. A brand new attitude. Not giving up, not going down. Gonna fight, 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 to do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, 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 with all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, 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 fight. I'm gonna fight, 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 to do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, 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 with all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, 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 to do what's right, to do what's right. Gonna fight, 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 with all my heart and mind. I'm gonna fight, 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 fight. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't know what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Let's sing. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Here we go. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop so that I can be like you. I'm gonna block, chop, stop all the wrong things that I do. I wanna block, chop, stop Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do. Jesus, you make me new in my heart and all I do. You make me new, new, new in my heart and all I do.
Konnichiwa. It may seem strange, but in order to become a true ninja warrior, one must master the art of love. Loving people who are not like us is not an easy assignment, but with God's help, we can learn to take off hate and put on love, just like Jesus did. In the book of Luke, a man who was an expert in the law stood up to Jesus and asked, "How can I have eternal life?" Jesus asked the man what he thought the answer was. He said to love God with all your heart and also love your neighbor the same as you love yourself. Jesus told him he was right and went on to explain who his neighbor was by telling this story. There was once a man traveling to Jerusalem, and while he was on his way, some robbers attacked him, took all that he had, and beat him. He was lying near the road in need of help when two men walked by on the other side of the road. The first man was a priest, and the second was a Levite. Although you would think both of these men would have stopped to help the traveler, neither one of them did. But when a Samaritan passed by, he saw the hurt man lying on the road. He felt sorry for him and decided to show love by helping him bandage his wounds. The Samaritan put the man on his own donkey, took him to an inn, and paid the innkeeper 2 silver coins to watch over the man. Jesus finished the story and asked which one of the 3 men was really a neighbor to the hurting man in the story. The expert in the law replied that the Samaritan was the neighbor. He was the one who had shown love. We can all show love by remembering 1 Corinthians 13. It tells us that love is patient and kind. Love does not want what belongs to others, and it does not become easily angry. To become a ninja warrior, you must learn to take off hate and put on love.
Hi-Yah! Hi-Yah! Yeah! Yeah! Wah! Oh, Chuck, what happened? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's just a little scratch.
You are in full body bandage. There is no way that that's just a scratch. You tell me who did this to you. Who did this?
Oh, well, you see, Dragonfire.
Dragonfire did this. He's the worst. You know what? That's it. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. I've got it. First, I will take Dragonfire's uniform and rip it to shreds.
None, wait.
Hold on, Chuck. I've got something else. Hi-Yah! I'm gonna dunk his uniform into pink paint. He hates pink paint, and I hate Dragonfire.
None. You got it all wrong. When you asked who did this, I thought you meant the bandage.
Wait, he hurt you and then bandaged you up?
No. We were getting ready for a sparring match, and I was putting on my uniform. I tripped over my belt, did a front flip, and landed on the weights. I couldn't move a muscle. My dude Dragonfire came to my rescue, helped me up, and got the first aid kit, and here I am.
He helped you? That's so cool that he did that. And there I was, hating him. I feel so bad. It was so easy for me to just hate Dragonfire.
None, it's important to take off hate and put on love, even when it seems like that person was wrong. Dragonfire turned out to be one cool ninja after all.
You are so right, Chuck. I'm glad that he fixed you up, and pretty soon you'll be good as new.
Oh, Mommy.
love. I admit that I've done wrong. I believe you sent your son. I commit my life to you because of your great love. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. My God made a way for me to be his friend, and I know Jesus died for me, and I will follow him now. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Well, welcome back to the training center, my SRkid ninja friends. I am so glad that you are here. What did you think about learning about the story of the Good Samaritan? Could you imagine being the first man, the man who the robbers hurt? How scary that would be. And how frustrating it would have been if you knew that two people walked by and didn't help you. And how great it is that this other person who doesn't know you, who's not like you, and maybe they wouldn't even necessarily like you, still offers you help. And how important it is for us to learn that lesson of helping the people around us who are in need of help. Because the people who need help around us, they're our neighbors. They're our friends. They're our community that we're supposed to build up. All right. Now, before we finish, we have got two things left to do. We need to talk about our two important principles and our memory verse. Our principles are love God and love others. Now, if you've been hanging out here with SRkids for a while, you will know that I tell you every week that the biggest way that we love God is by loving others. And the reason why I tell you that every week is exactly because of the story that we learned about today. When when a person asked Jesus, basically, how do I show God that I love him? Jesus answered, love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. And then the question is, who's my neighbor? And that's the story. That's what Jesus is answering here, that we love God by showing love to people around us, even the people that are kind of hard to love. Maybe especially the people are kind of hard to love. So I hope this week you're going to find somebody, maybe a different somebody, to find a way to show love to them this week. All right, last thing, and then we're going to close up the training center for the day, and that is our memory verse. Now, we started last week, or 2 weeks ago, with a shorter version. Last week we had the full version. We're going to do the full version again, and let's see how much better you've gotten at it this week. All right, are you ready? Everybody stand up so we can do our memory verse. All right, we've got some actions. Are you ready? You must be made new in your hearts and in your thinking. Be that new person who was made to be like God. Ephesians 4:23. Awesome work. Now, let's do that one more time. You must be made new in your hearts and in your thinking. Be that new person who was made to be like God. Ephesians 4:23. So good. Great job. All right. That is it for SR Kids Church, our SR Kids Training Center today. I will see you ninjas next week. Have a great week. Goodbye.